And you have that link, right, to show?
Yes, I do.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. I don't know that I see the chat happening here. Do you see the chat, Arella?
I do not.
Let me. Do I see it on the sidelines? All right, guys. Welcome, welcome. All right, we're going to get started. Maybe like 2 minutes. I know there was some issues for me getting on in terms of my connectivity and this Restream platform. I'm thinking future lives, I might do it on a different platform. I haven't had the best luck with this platform in particular. But in the meantime, if you can just type in that you're here, you're ready, you're excited, and that you are where you're streaming in from. So the way this, I want to stop sharply at 5 because I assume people are joining at 4. They're probably thinking this is going to last an hour. And I think we should be able to get everything done in that period. So my goal for this hour is to do a few things. One, I want to that people have the foundation for what it is to create and so what's the difference between a website and a web app? A website, we're talking about landing page, it has some nice bells and whistles, it maybe has a hero section, explains to people what it is that what your service is about and what you offer. A web app has additional functionality, right? So that's where you have a login, you have a database, you have a platform that people can go through and you can help them with your area of expertise. So maybe it's a cooking platform, maybe it's something about fitness. So there's a lot of different things that you can do. And so I want to give you a sense of why I feel like this is the opportunity in AI that is particularly beneficial for people with expertise, right? And if you have been working for a significant period of time, you have expertise. You have expertise just from the virtue of the idea that whatever you're doing, somebody's compensating you for, and they're getting an overhead off that, right? So they're making money off of you. So that thing that you do, that you've been doing for a long time, has already been validated by the market. And in addition to that, you've just gained skills by virtue of being alive for a long time and learning that there are things that people come to you and say, oh my gosh, you're so good at this. Oh, I need your help with this. So you have expertise that you can take directly to the market. So that's what I want to talk about today. I'm going to, anyone that's on this call right now, I really hope that you have Claude Code subscription. If you don't have a Claude Code subscription, as we go through the steps, you're going to get stuck because it's going to ask you to log in, and you're not going to be able to log in, and you're not going to be able to add on the VS Code, add on Claude Code as an extension. Okay, let me just make sure I also, I'm like so paper and pen. I like still write. Like I write and scribble. So I like flash that paper because I know I had so much scribble on it. That's how I kind of think too. When I'm like thinking about a lot of different things, I'll just start like doodling and stuff, kind of stuff I used to do back when I was in school. Anyway, so I'm really excited about today. Again, where are you guys streaming in from? And are you guys hearing me well? There will not be a replay of this. So we're just gonna kind of go through this really quickly. Um, yeah, but you'll have an opportunity to ask as many questions as you need to ask, right? So if I'm doing something and you're like, I don't know what that was about, can you go back to that step? You're definitely gonna just let me know, and I'll go back to the step. Uh, and so, Arella, who's on the call with us, Arella, do me a favor, please, and share that doc I send you. I'm also gonna send you guys a doc. So when you get off the call, let's say you're not able to stay for the whole call for whatever reason, you'll have the doc that you can follow. Okay, so I'm going to put that doc on there for you as well. Hello from New York, Yvonne. I said New York. I said New York like I'm not a New Yorker. Nashville, Tennessee, Oregon, California, Chicago, South Carolina, Louisiana. Give me some New Orleans. That's where all the fun is. Have a series that I just finished watching. So what I'll do is like my downtime, I'll spend my downtime. I love when I find like a good Netflix series because I'll watch the same episode for like 3 nights because it's like when the episode comes on, it's like I'm fully narcoleptic. I just go right to sleep. Comes on 15 minutes in, I go to sleep. So this one that I just ended is the originals. I'm into like vampires and stuff like that, and that is set in New Orleans. So it just kind of gives me memories back of when I was in New Orleans. Really cool. All right, so Arella, if you can share that screen, share that link, and we're gonna get started. Um, Everyone,
Can you
you
see it?
should. No, I don't see anything.
Oh, let's try again.
Yeah, I just see me up. So I think we need to have two links. Oh, I have to add to the scene. I see it. I got the indication to add to the scene, but then I didn't add it to the scene.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, it's so small. I can barely read my own thing. But I can open it. That's fine. Hold on. That's fine. All right. So let me do a visual where you can actually see me in the corner. Can you see me in the corner? No, right?
Yes.
You can?
You can see
Oh,
the corner. Yeah.
all right.
Oh,
All
you
right.
just-
So,
You're
What-
here and then you disappear for a second.
okay. That's interesting. You just change the layout a little bit. Okay, I think that's good. So today we're going to build the foundation of your app. We're going to do that live. So the foundation is definitely you want to have. So a lot of people are using Claude Code, but they're using Claude or they're just using Claude Chat. And if they are using Code, they're using it. You can't use it in the browser. So they're using it on the desktop. What I want you to do is I want you to use it within a code editor. And that allows you a lot more functionality. Okay. So we're going to build the foundation of your live of your app. We're going to do it live. So a real landing page live on the internet in one sitting, no code, no experience, just your expertise, and the next hour. So this is exactly what we do in my Leveraging AI community. So I launched a community last week. It's called Leveraging AI. And I will give you the link for that community as well. It's a school community where we are building live web apps where where it's linked to a subscription, right? So people can get monthly for their expertise. They can get monthly reoccurring revenue for that thing that they can do better than everyone else. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start by going to code.visualstudio.com. Arella, if you can just copy that link and put it in the chat for me, that'd be great.
Yep.
Right. So we're going to go to code.visualstudio.com. Once you go to code.visualstudio.com, you will see it. You'll just see the universal. It's the universal link. So it'll pick up the computer that you're using. So if you're on a Mac versus if you're on a Windows, it'll pick that right up. Now, I know when you're sharing, Arella, you can put things on multiple scenes. Can you put a second scene? Because then we can toggle back and forth between the two scenes. Because I would want the live link that they also get. Can you give them that live link as well? Because that live link we can follow through it together.
Yeah. Let's see if I can. It will let me replace. Now there we are.
All right. So you're gonna go. So for Arella sharing her screen right now, and it's saying download for Windows because she's on a Windows. If you're on a Mac, it'll say Mac. You will double click that. It'll start doing its thing to download. Right. For Windows, it's pretty straightforward. And then you can also switch back to the first visual. And for the Mac, you do have to slide it over. So you have to. It's going to be a 2 box that's going to appear for you to slide your Visual Studio over into your applications. And those of you that are on here that are Mac users, you know what I mean, right? Whenever you download something, you have to put it in your applications folder. Arella, can you go back to that other scene?
Yep.
And once it's in your applications folder, you can find it either in your Finder or whatever. That's going to take a moment. And it's going to ask you to go through a few different prompts. Just click next, yes, and so that it gets downloaded. Depending on the speed of your computer, the space you have on your computer and the capabilities, it might take longer for it to do that. So in the meantime, let me just kind of give you an intro of who I am for people who don't know me so well, right? So I'm a professor, I'm an AI strategist, I'm an entrepreneur. You can scroll. And I definitely am someone who loves my job, but I'm not here. So I'm definitely not here to tell anyone that they should be quitting their job for this AI. This is an opportunity to make supplemental income, right? Particularly if you're already doing the thing that you love. You're doing the thing that you love, double down on it and get yourself, think of what can I do in the digital space with AI so that I can monetize on that. But so for me, I kept looking at my own skill set thinking, a lot of what I do has real value in the market, but why am I not taking it there? So it took a while, even though I've always been very entrepreneurial. It took me a while to kind of think about what what's the amalgamation of like all my skills and the things that I do. What is that? What can I take to the market? Why am I not taking it to the market, right? So for a long time, I wanted to build something. I swear I came up with the idea of Facebook before Facebook, right? And I'm not even joking. Like, I'm sure we've all come up with some really massive thoughts and ideas of things that we wanted to do, but we couldn't do it, right? Because it wasn't the space of the creatives. It was the space of the developers and the tech people who are really technologically savvy. So if you didn't have those technological savvy skills and you had some idea that popped up in your head, if you didn't have a CTO, right? A person that was going to be your partner that really could understand and dig into the technological pieces, it's not something you could bring to market. So many people have done before, me included, in terms of my entrepreneurial endeavors, is I focused on service-based businesses because I wasn't going to bring a digital product to market, but I was going to bring services and I was going to hire people. And that's what I did for a really long time. But now there's an opportunity to do this as a solo person, as a solopreneur, which I don't know if that entices other people, but definitely if you've ever done service for a really long time, you know the kind of work that service takes, and managing a team can also be very, very cumbersome. If that's the thing that you like, then do service and do digital together. So I needed a developer, I needed a budget, and I definitely needed some time. So I just sat there. I had the expertise that was worth money, but it wasn't earning what it could possibly earn. Then I realized I didn't need any of that. I could build it myself, and I could build it myself by talking to AI. So that is the shift that happened with the movement to AI. We are now all developers. You can literally take on the name of a developer. People are vibe coding things. Do you need to have some foundational knowledge? Yeah, but one thing that I like to say all the time, and I heard it from someone else, and I've been repeating it a lot because I really like it, is that it's not hard, it's new. So sometimes when we're confronted with different things, we're stressed about it because we're like, it seems so hard, but no, it's not. And this AI technology and what we can do with it, it's not hard. It's just new. So it's about getting in there and then putting the work putting the work in so that it no longer feels new and it feels familiar. So the epiphany wasn't I can code, it was that I actually don't have to, right? Don't have to be able to be an engineer with 20 some odd years of coding experience and being able to debug. Do you need to know some foundational stuff? A little, right? Okay, so if we can just scroll a little bit more, Orella. So I, wait, you passed the, and so, yeah. So I built multiple platforms, right? And that is Early Scholars, and that's a speech and debate company. And it was used to be just service-based. Now we have digital products where we license to schools and to educational programs nationwide. Chatify It, some people here might be part of Chatify It. It's Chatify It IT, spelled with IT. And that is, and if you are a member of Chatify It and you happen to be in the call, give me a shout out. I always love my Chatify It subscribers. And that's where you can create chat bots, where you can create lead magnets and you put in your link in bio and all kinds of things. And that's a $29 a month subscription. And I also create a test preparation platform. And for anyone in this space who is in the public health kind of space or health education, that's an exam that's called a certified health education specialist that people who are in that space take in order for them to have an additional credential. And that is just, so for each one of these platforms, people log in and they do their thing. They get the thing that they want, right? And it is a monthly subscription. It's reoccurring revenue that I can be guaranteed to get, right? Obviously, it's going to fluctuate from time to time, but it's revenue, right? That is based on my expertise, the wonderful stuff that I have in my brain, as we all do, and I'm taking it to the market. So I say I'm not a developer, but then I do want to say that I'm a developer because I've like if you know how to put the tools together and you have the technological foundations, anyone can do this. So I built this by talking to AI, and then I started helping other people do the same thing. So when I tell you that this works, I'm not theorizing. I built it and I watched it also work for other people. And I'm just going to ask you to scroll down. So it's not your fault if you haven't done this yet. So until recently, you literally couldn't. If you didn't have a developer, you didn't have a budget, the tool did not exist. So you weren't behind. Actually, you were very much early. And here's the part that really stings, right? You may have watched people who know much less than you out earn you. And it's always like, well, we think this person knows more, but then you realize, wait a minute, I have just as much knowledge. I have even more knowledge. I have even more expertise. Why is it that they're actually being able to capitalize in this market, but I'm not? And it's because they packaged it and you didn't package it. So the expertise you already have can be a subscription platform that pays you every single month, and you could build it yourself right now without any code. I'm going to ask you to scroll for me, Arella. Are you hearing me?
I am.
Okay. It's just laggy, right? It's so
Yeah.
laggy. Yeah. So this is exactly what's happening right now. People are developing real apps, and I'm giving this because I'm going to show you an example. They're building real apps, real monthly revenue, and they're verifying it through their payment processor, so you can actually see what's happening. So I'm going to show you a site where people are actively in the process of like clearly wanting to be a seller or a buyer of these applications. And I'm taking you to this site, particularly one, so you can see the proof of concept. This is not just about making money right now, although it's great. It's a monthly reoccurring revenue, but you're building an asset that you can then sell, right? That's the other piece of it. So you can also see it as an investment. So if you can open that site, open Trust MRR, and there's a few of them. Trust MRR is not the only one. There's Acquire, there's Microns. There's so many of them that you can actually see. It's a data of verified startup revenues. And you can go into, if you go into Marketplace, not dashboard. Well, do you see what says explore the marketplace? That line right here, right above.
There we go.
Explore the marketplace right there. You can select the category right there on your left, and you can select, okay, so I'm in education space, or I'm in artificial intelligence, or I'm in e-commerce. You do have to sign in to do that, but you can select the category, and then you can put in the revenue that you're looking to the revenue that you think you're interested in. So if you're wanting to understand a company that's making $100,000 or more, let's say, you're gonna put the minimum and then the maximum so that you can explore and you can see what their monthly MRR is. You can get a sense of what is it that they do, and you can go. There's nothing new under the sun. You can go replicate what's already working in the space, right? Particularly that's aligned with your own expertise, and obviously you can do your own modifications to that. So let's go back to that previous slide at this point. Because you want to add your own, you want to also do the research so you can understand and explore what's working and what people like and dislike. And that's such easy information, right? You can go to anybody's web apps, you can go to discussion board threads, and you can see what's working in a space and what's not working. And you can use that intel so you can create something similar, but with the upsides that maybe people are considering to be pain points or disadvantageous with the other ones. So we're going to start building. At this point, everyone should have the VS Code downloaded. Can you just give me like a thumbs up or yes in the chat that lets me know that you have VS Code downloaded? I'm going to check the chat so we can move on to the next step. Okay. Are you guys saying you never saw the document? Oh, you saw it? Because I wasn't monitoring the chats. Okay, so one person I see, yes, VS Code downloaded. We don't have the doc yet. Oh, the doc, but you're seeing the doc that I'm sharing, right? Oh, they're not seeing the doc that we're sharing.
At all? I posted the link in the chat a couple of times.
Not to this doc though.
I did.
They don't need this doc. It's the other one, the live one. Not this one. They need the doc, the one that we shared yesterday, the one with the steps. Not this doc. Okay. All right. All right, we're having some difficulty here. I don't want this. I don't want this to be a full waste of time. So everyone that's on here right now, I'm going to give you a Zoom link. We're going to just transfer over to Zoom. I think that's the easiest thing to solve right now, because this is we're not going to get any headway if you guys can't see what I'm sharing. So let me do that. We're going to all join a Zoom link.
Yeah, it's lagging pretty terrible.
It's lagging pretty bad. All right. So can you just type in the Zoom, the personal code link for them? 738-777-8989. And for those of you, sometimes I know there's times I'll share a Zoom link out with people and they don't, if they just have the code, they don't know how to join without the HTTPS. When you go to Zoom and you click on join meeting, you can enter a code in. So I'm sending you a code. It doesn't require a password. It's just going to put you in the waiting room and I'm going to let you in immediately. And that code is 738-777-8989. I'm putting it in the chat. I don't see your link in the chat either. Interestingly enough, well, I don't see it either.
It's showing up?
I don't see it. But it's okay. You don't need to. We're shifting. So that's the Zoom link, 738-777-8989. Does everyone see that? If one person sees it, I know other people see it. And I'll also just quickly send it out in an email for those of you who had registered to join this Zoom. All right.
My comments are not showing up, but yes, let's move to Zoom.
Yeah, because there's also this disruption where where my sharing is causing me to lag so much, and that's why I'm having a relish share for me, and that's not super helpful for you guys. So let's do that. We're going to do the quick switch. 738-777-8989. Just join that. We'll join that at promptly 4:35. We'll get started at promptly 4:35. That gives people time to get in, and then we're going to Zoom. Everyone should have VS Code downloaded, have it downloading in that interim so we can move right to the next step. Okay. Cool.
Aaron, I think you have to start the meeting.
No, someone says Zoom says meeting link is invalid. 738-777-8989. Just double check that you're putting in the right meeting link. Okay, so I see a lot of people in the waiting area, so it's not invalid. If you're using it, try it again, 738-777-8989. And I'm gonna jump off of this call. Or I'll see you over.